We haven't looked at the babies in the pen in a little while. We don't have many. We had a really bad situation on the babies this year, and we don't have very many, but we have a few. And so we'll do that. But as I walk by here, and I've got Benelli healing right here beside me, and we walk by the pen, we see my man, little Whitey, and that's Splitters or Rose. I think that's Rose right there. That's Rose. I've got some carrots that I wanna feed some of the babies, but we walk by here. I might as well open the carrots and give some. Little Whitey's not afraid of Benelli at all, as long as Benelli doesn't jump at him. Here, you sit. Sit. You stay. Yeah, we'll give you some carrots. We'll give you a few of the carrots. I'll bring you some more. I'll bring you some more, girl. Here you go, Rose. Here you go, Rose. Well, they're going to hear you crunching, and the whole bunch will be up here. Now, I didn't really bring these carrots for y'all. I didn't, no. You said, that's all right, I'll take them. They're cold. Doesn't that make your teeth hurt as fast as you're eating them? Huh? Doesn't that make your teeth hurt as fast as you're eating them? You got such a pretty rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 by 5 is what I'm looking at right now. All right, well. There you go. All right. Let's go look at the babies in the pen. Yeah, I'll do that. I can't pass them up there. I'm just a softy for all of them. Look at that. You remember they played together. Benelli's trying to get a carrot. You remember they played together when they were babies. But you can see that little Whitey. Now Rose is, she doesn't trust that dog. But you can see that little Whitey trusts him just fine. And he's wanting to play with her through the fence. Look at her. So I'm wanting to play with little Whitey. Little Whitey's a big boy, and he's going to have some big old horns on him. He might play pretty rough. Look at her. She's trying to lick him through there and give him some sugar through the fence. That's pretty cool. I mean, it really is. Those are two animals that would definitely be enemies. And they're not enemies at all. They're friends. Benelli really wants to be a friend. But little Forrest, he says, or little Whitey, he says, I don't know. But he's certainly not afraid of her. He's wanting carrots is what he's wanting. That's pretty. Benelli, be careful, Benelli. Benelli, don't be jumping at him. Little Forrest is not bothering her too much at all, is it? You see, he's wanting to play. She's wanting to play. Play with me, play with me. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? That is really something. You can see that I've got quite a few deer up here. Now, one of the reasons they're up here is because we have been feeding them a lot of vegetables out of the garden. We've got a garden that's way, way, way more than Chris and I can eat. And we're even carrying it back to all the kids back on Lake Tenkiller and grandkids, and watermelons and cantaloupes and cucumbers and squash and okra. And it's more than everybody can eat. So it's really pretty blessed in that regard. And we got a fairly decent sized garden. And we make it a little bit bigger so we can feed the deer. And you can see we got several beautiful does over here. They're just all looking big and nice and beautiful and fat. And but what we want to look at is some of the babies. So I've got some carrots. Got carrots, Grimsley carrots. And we are going to go back there, and all the babies are in the back down there somewhere. They don't hang around the front too much there. We really have not been in the pen. I haven't been. Apache's been in there more. I haven't been in the pen too much with the babies. I'm wanting them to be as wild as possible, to be honest with you. And because when we let babies loose last fall, we lost some of them real quickly to coyotes and bobcats, and we caught the culprits probably within just a few days after that happened, but it's too late once a baby deer is dead. And we put some of them back in, and two of the ones we put back in are two of the bucks that we probably will leave for breeders for this fall, since we've lost Whitey, which was our main breeder. And but anyway, let's go ahead and look and see if we can see some babies and see how those little critters are looking. We have some girls up here real close, so let's just see what we can do. I don't know if any of these girls will eat out of my hand or not. I really don't think so, but this one's sure thinking about it. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. There you go. There you go. She's sure thinking about eating out of my hand. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Well, we come in here to look at babies rather than just feed these does. But I'm going to turn the camera around where I can see what it's looking at also. Just got it pointed out there in that direction right now. And we'll feed these a little carrots, a few carrots in here. Now we know what we're looking at. These girls are just really thinking about it. Here, baby. Here, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, stretch that nose out. Come on. Come on. Looky there. Looky there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. I'm going to throw a few out over there for them. We'll just set them out there. Benelli. Benelli, go kennel. Benelli, go kennel. Go kennel. No. We're going to go over and take a look and see if we can find some babies. Okay. Let's wander back through here and see what we can find. Yes, see what we can find. We look over there on that side and we see those two nice bucks with their very first horns. Looking absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This one's coming up here looking at me right now. I'll save a few carrots for you guys. We want to look at you up close for the antlers video, but right now we're wanting to look at some babies. Get back over here if we can find the babies and shoot some video of them. Save about a half a bag of carrots for those two bucks. But right now, the babies are probably going to be down here in the bottom, in the shade trees, which is really nice. It made it to 108 degrees. Every day seems like it sets a higher temperature than the day before. We've had 7 or 8 days now, all over 103, 105, 104, 106. I think we've hit every single one as a high, up to 108. And I think we're going to find the babies off down in this area, down in here with their mamas. We'll go down here and take a little look at them. You know, we hear about all these records being set, and of course the climate alarmists and people, and which I don't believe that we can control the climate. I think that's God's job. I think he's done a great job of it, even though it was 108 degrees. And by the way, while they're talking about all these records being broken in every little town around, and you know, you have a record in an area and they'll count that as 10 or 12 towns or something. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of, these deer are nervous. Let me get some pictures of some babies. See the babies there, you can see how big they've got. Look at that baby, how big and healthy it is. See if they can settle down a little bit. They're really nervous of me being in here. You can see the little baby there. Just absolutely gorgeous. It's like the one that's running around the house. There's one that's a real dark color over there. Look how pretty he is. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful, look how fat he is. Beautiful fat little baby deer. And they just absolutely look incredible. And they're gonna all run over to the side. Don't really want them running a tremendous amount because again, it's still 100 degrees even though it's 7:30 in the evening. 7:30 in the evening, it's still 100 degrees. As I look down below, I see one baby way down there all by itself that stayed in that corner. And I'll just walk down there and zoom in on it. Well, there's 2 of them down there, looks like. And they get nervous when they see me walking toward them. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to stay up here and I'm gonna take a look at those 2 babies. All the other babies took off and ran. These gonna do the same thing. They're getting a little bit nervous about me. I haven't been in here much with them. But again, we can take a look at them and see just how gorgeous they are. Look how pretty those things are. Those are about the last ones born. They're the smallest ones of the bunch. And we've only got a few babies that made it this year. We just had a terrible situation. And I think it had a lot to do with the breed bucks, little Big Whitey and Forrest being injured and sick during the rut. And I believe that's exactly what happens. You know, we see on medicines all the time and warnings on medicines, and they talk about don't take this medicine if you're pregnant or expect to get pregnant. And because things in our body is going to affect, obviously, our offspring. And we think about that when they talk about not being pregnant or getting pregnant. We think about it as the ladies only, but you know, as the men are involved in the process also of making little babies, they need to be good and healthy as well. They don't need to have anything wrong with them or have any drugs in their body that's bad, and drugs that can be passed on to those youngsters. You see that one deer finally laid down there, right in there behind that tree. You can just barely see the little rascal. They're just nervous about me standing here, but they don't really know what to do. They want to run over where those other ones are because they're by themselves. But they're really pretty. They're safe. That one's going to go over and lay down. They love to get in corners. It's amazing to me. And his little buddy's going to come over with them. Those might be twins. That might be the last set of twins that was born, as a matter of fact. They're probably smaller than the other deer. Whoop, Jimmy. But they look beautiful. And but what we have are beautiful, and what we have is going to be great. And we're probably going to raise them and let the bucks. We're not going to let them go in October like we normally did. We'll probably keep them, separate the bucks out, because bucks will fight with other bucks, and bigger bucks will kill smaller bucks, especially if they're babies. They'll actually stomp them to death. They'll get them down, they'll knock them down, and they'll stomp them until they have a mortal injury. But there's two beautiful babies over there. Yeah, I'm seeing tags in those left ears. I don't know if that's tags or what, but I think maybe it is. So both those are girls. Both those will be a little does, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So I thought we might enjoy just looking down here and looking at the babies in this video, doing that. And it's been a great week here at the Eagle, a short one as a matter of fact, but we did get to visit the deer quite a bit and get to share that with y'all. Remember, guys and girls, I sure do love you.